Hi you guys, it's Linnea, and today I have another holiday card for you. So I'm starting off with the Echo Park Magical Snowfall stencil, and I sprayed the back of this with pixie spray. And I sprayed it a little bit too heavily, and I didn't let it dry quite enough. And you're going to see how that affects my card in a minute here. But what I'm doing is I'm just taking some Versamark ink, and I'm going to squish that over top of the stencil. And when I peel this off, I'm going to be adding some embossing powder. I'm using Hero Art's Lilac Pearl. This is going to dry, or heat I should say, this pretty lilac color with some pearly shine. And here you can see all those little specks in between my snowflakes. I left them there because I thought it looked like little specks of snow flurrying around my background. I kind of liked the effect, but it definitely came from overspraying my stencil, not letting it dry, and also I forgot to use my anti-static powder tool. But in the end, it was a happy accident, and I'm happy that it happened. So I die cut that panel down with a stitched rounded rectangle die, and now I'm going to be doing my stamping. My little snowman image is from the Avery L Christmas Magic stamp set, and my sentiment is actually from the Sunny Studio Bundled Up stamp set. I'm going to be stamping them on a piece of white cardstock, and then I have that little border pattern paper cardstock. This is left over from another card, and whenever I create cards, I stick the little extra pieces of pattern paper into the paper pad just so that I can use it next time if it works out for my card, and in this case it worked out perfectly for that little snowman and sentiment. And then I also stamped some of the snowflakes. The largest one is from the Sunny Studio stamp set, and the two smaller ones are from the Avery L stamp set. I'll be doing some quick and easy Copic coloring. So I'm going to start off with coloring the snowman white. And I have a new favorite white coloring combination. I'm using the C0 and C00 markers to do that. For my little carrot nose, I'm going to be using YR07 as my light and YR09 for my dark. Just laying down my light one and then coming in with my dark at the point of the carrot that's closest to his little face. I used RV11 to shade some cheeks for him, and then I did just tap that with my colorless blender to blend that into the white of the snowman. Since the background is a pretty lilac color, I tried to match that with my Copic coloring for the scarf and for the hat. So I'm using BV00, 02, and 04 to do my scarves. I want to have the white parts on his hat slightly different, maybe even like an icy gray color. So I'm using N0 and N2 for my shading for his hat and then that little puff. And that's going to give some contrast and some difference between the white silverish parts of his hat and the white of the actual snowman. So now that all my coloring is done, I'm just going to adhere that little circle onto my card. And like I said, I die cut that snowflake embossed background with a stitched rounded rectangle die, and then I also added some silver glitter cardstock, and I also rounded the corners of my card base so that everything would fit together. I thought this needed a little bit of an embellishment on the right side there, so I looped together some silver thread, and I tied it into a bow, and I'll just hold that down with some glue. And that will finish my card. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye!